So let us continue our discussion of customizing input-output in C++. Uh, in a file at fundamental level, this file which is actually a sequence of bytes which is numbered from 0 upwards. And there are other notions also like you can know a file using file format. For example, .jpg or .bat, or there will be thousand number of extensions which are available in file format. Just for example, the 6 byte like 123.45, this might be interpreted as a floating point number 123.45. And once we talk about file open modes, we have by default this IF stream, input file stream. It opens the file for reading, and by default this OF stream, it opens its file for writing by default. We can have some alternatives also, like A for append, 8 for at the end, open and seek to end. This binary means binary mode. In means for reading, out means for writing. And then trunc means truncate file to 0 length. So file mode is optionally specified after this name of the file. Like this OF stream, you have this file name, and then you have this name 1, name 2. So this OF1, IF1, inside it you can have, this is an option, and the default is actually for this particular case it is out, and in this case it will be in. This in and out for reading and writing. And OF stream, OFS, we have if we add with name this base iOS base :app, what is going to do? It is going to append rather than overwrite. And in this case, if you want both in and out, for that you can have a file name, and then you can have iOS base :in, and with the pipe iOS_base :out. So let us see how we see the text and binary different and handle them. 1, 2, 3 as a character, how it is like 1, 2, 3, and then something which is at prefix or suffix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a character, similar till 5. 1, 2, 3 as binary, you have 1, 2, 3 means this is 123, so it will be like this. 1, 2, 4, 5 will be this 12,345, so it will be like this. So in binary files, we use sizes to limit the value. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as a character like this till this point, 1 to each one, and 1, 2, 3 space 4, 5, 6 as a character is like this. You'll have space like this. So use text when you can. This is advisable. You can read it easily. You can debug your programs more easily, and text is very portable across different systems, and most information can be represented reasonably using your text. And when you need to use your binary, in case of image and sometimes sound files. So let us take an example. You have a main function. You are asking to enter input file name, then you are taking the name in this iname. You are opening with IF stream. This is file variable. This is the name of the file which has been provided with binary. Means you are, please note this. This is you are opening it as a binary, and you will be checking for the error whether you can open it or not. Then please enter output file name. You have entered. Now you want the output file name. You will take it its own name, and you will open with O stream or OF stream iOS binary again. But now this will be OF stream again binary. So if you can't write, you can just say that I can't open output file. Binary actually tells the stream not to try anything clever, because there are bytes, not characters. Then you can have a vector like this, V of integers. You read from binary file which you have already you read from IFS, and Once you have read, you can push it back to this V, and then from V you can take one by one and you can write it on the file which has to be written on. So this is how you do or you work around with a binary file. And positioning in a file stream, this is how your positions have been known, because this is 0, you start with 0, and likewise, so this is 2, this is your 1 2, but this is actually what position? This is your 6. So for G, if you want to get, for example, if you want to go to some particular position, you have to see that you find it at this location, because this is starting from 0. You are actually starting from 0. So if you are trying to open some input or output file, and if you want to go to some seek G, you are seeking for G, you have to, you move reading position G for getting, because this will be the some character which you really want to find, like you are accepting a character, read X. So once you go and once you move around, you have to see that this starts from 0. So this will be the second position. Though it shows 1, this will be the second position. Though it shows 6, but this will be the 7th position. So whenever you want, you should use simple streaming, because streaming is quite a very powerful metaphor, and write most of your code in terms of plain IO streams and OS stream. And positioning, as I just said, that why it is error prone, because it always starts with 0. When you are seeking to some number, you end up reading a number which is actually, when you start with 0, you are reading it one number differently, means just one position ahead. Then string stream, this string stream, it writes or reads from or to a string. Please understand, it reads or writes to a string rather than a file or a keyboard screen. Console input output is not there. You are actually working around with your string. This is how you have a function called string to double. You can do something like this: I string, this one string stream is. You want to make a stream so that we can read from S. You want to read from S, so making a stream. Now you can have some double number, you add or expect a double number, you say double format, and you can just do something like this. And this function can be used like this. You want to change this, whatever is coming, to double. So you change it to double like this, string to double, 1 to 12.4 will be changed to 12.4 double. This is actually string and you are changing it to this will be actual error, because you are not providing actual numbers here. String streams are very useful for formatting into fixed size space. Just think about graphical user interface, and for extracting typed objects out of a string. So type versus line, when you read a string, when you read a line, this is very important as far as while you are actually coding, while you're sitting on your table or chair, and you're actually having your laptop or computer on your table, and when you're writing and when you are actually input the code, then you will understand how to read a string, how to read a line, what are the codes. This is every programmer has to deal with. So for that, string, you can have a name, you can just input, you can see in this name, you can input Dennis Ritchie or some other name, but it will take only Dennis, not Ritchie. So if you want one continuous without white spaced word, you can use this technique. Once you are interested in reading a whole line, then you can expect a name, means give a string and then expect this Dennis Ritchie, and you can use get line with cn comma name, and when Dennis Ritchie is entered, once you print this name, this will print whole Dennis Ritchie, and it will print this white space also. You can also have this I string stream, some name of the string, SS name, and just SS first name, SS second name. You can also do that. And you can also read individual characters. How? Just use a for loop. Check for alphabet, or is alpha means you are checking for alphabet. So read into character, skip white cases because you are checking if it is alphabet, then only doing something. And you can read it into character, and if you don't want to skip, you want to have, or you want to contain these white spaces also, then you can check for is space. If it is a space, do something, and if it is a alphabet, then check something. Then you have certain character classification functions. So if you use character input, you often need one or more of these header type, like is space, is alpha, is digit, is upper, is lower, and is alphanumeric. For that you use CC type. Then we have line oriented input also. Prefer this means this operator rather than get line. Why? Avoid line oriented input when you can. People often use this get line always because there is no alternative, but this will be very messier, or will this gets messy when you are you have number of things in your program. When trying to use get line, you often end up like this, using this operator to parse a line from a string, and using get to read individual characters. In C++14, these are how binary literals are represented. We have B, binary literals. You have digit separators. See, these are the separators. This can also be used for decimal, octal, and hexadecimal number. And we also have in C++14 user-defined literals in the standard library. Like this, you can have a time in this way and a complex number. Thank you so much. This was all about customizing input-output in C++. Take care.